Hey everyone, I'm out here. I am about to go with Maria in her car and teach her how to drive for dollars. I do have deal makers, so we can send out some postcards to these houses as well. I have a mentor with us as well, so I can't wait to start my first training today of the day, because I do have another one later on this evening. Stay tuned, because I'm going to share a little bit of this experience. So we're looking at this house as we're driving, and I realize that they have that gravel roof on top. That tells me that it's probably not an owner. The grass is not cut too well, even though there's nicer cars in the lot. So we looked it up and we realized that yes, this house is rented, and we found the address of the owner. So now we're going to send a postcard, and we're going to also try to skip trace and get their phone number and give them a call. So we're out here driving with Maria, teaching her how to drive for dollars, and we found another property, and I'm going to have Randy explain the indications of why we think there's an absentee owner here.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of indication on this property that there's an absentee owner. First of all, the grass is not cut, which is a great indication. If there's trash outside, that's also a great indication. But if you look at the property, I mean, the car garage doors need updating. There's carbon paper right on the windows, and there's a unit out there. So there's no central air, no HVAC on this property. The door need updating. So there's a lot of need on this particular property that need to be updated. So it could mean that either the owner doesn't have the money to update that in distress situations, or it's tenants in there and absentee owner. And if that's the case, once we find out the information, we just give the owner a call and put in an offer to see if they want to sell this house.
We're looking at a property here that is vacant. And this is one of Maria's leads that she's interested in. It's her neighborhood, so we are driving her neighborhood. It is an older neighborhood, which we do recommend. Focusing on new neighborhoods is probably not going to be a good idea. Focus on older neighborhoods. Those are good neighborhoods to drive for dollars on. And then we have our mentor here, Ramsey, who's doing some research and picking up, seeing if we can pick up a phone number, because if we do pick up a phone number, we want to give them a call right now. We also have Deal Maker, which we can send out a postcard to this address. If we find out that the address of where the person is living now, we'll send them a postcard as well. So we identified another property, and Maria has learned a few things already. I'm going to show you the property just briefly, and I'm going to let Maria tell you what she has learned so far about this property.
Hi, well, what I learned is about the condition of the houses. They're not taking care of them. And this one, we saw the windows, what they cover, maybe they are broke. In the roof, well, the roof looks good, but just the windows in the back has a lot of, a big crack in the side.
So she's picking up small things. Once she's been doing this over and over again, she'll be able to identify these properties pretty fast. But what she noticed really fast is this in the window. There's a cardboard box in the window. There's a plastic on that window. And on the side of the house, there's also cardboard on the window. So that indicates that something is going on with this house. So we looked it up already, and there is an absentee owner here. So they're probably renting this property. We found so we're going to go ahead and send a postcard to the owner and try to find their number and give them a call. While you're driving, if you're driving by yourself, Ramsey had a suggestion that you focus on one side of the street and then come back and focus on the other side. But if you're driving with somebody else, you can possibly pick up both sides of the streets. Always go from the beginning of the street to the end of the street, so you're not random and you're actually looking at every house and identifying the properties that look like they need some work. It's super important to actually get out of your car when you see someone that you think that can probably lead you to a property that needs to be sold. I noticed that in the neighbor's house next door, they have a gravel roof. So maybe she has information on that. Not only that, even on her house, they're doing some work on there. She's an elderly woman. She may know this neighborhood very well. Don't arrive at someone's house and start talking about, oh, I want to buy your house. Is your house for sale? No. What you want to do is you want to approach them in a friendly way. This is all about developing relationships, and let them know that you're investing in this community, and if they know about any houses that are investment properties here.
I don't have a car.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and provide her with one of my cards, and I'll be right back. So we visited with a lady at this house, and Maria and me, las dos hablamos español, y ella habla español. And she just let us know that she owns other properties as well. Maria's gonna have her cards in about 1 week, so she's gonna come by and visit her. Maria let her know that she's also a nurse. So, you know, it's about establishing relationships and friendships as well. It's not just coming here to do a sales pitch. So they identified a property and there's a car in the parking lot. So they're going to go door knock and let's see what happens. Here you have orange blinds in the window and some damage to the wood. So it's a good indicator that this could be a good property. And hopefully we can get some information from the owners and again, establish a relationship.
Yeah,
Trash
this is a good.
outside.
I will find out
The
ASAP.
Okay.
garage doors messed
that's
up.
probably the number one hit of the day.
All the windows are kind of broken on the top up there. I don't know if you can see that up there. Door not in good shape, but it has a new roof. Kind of odd. So this is a property. Maria's gonna jot down the number, and we're going to get more information on it. What else do you recommend that we do with this property? What else that?
Well, I mean, just find out, trace the information, skip trace, and find out who the owner is, and you know, just call them up, you know, and just put in an offer because apparently somebody got evicted or tenants got evicted. It might be an out-of-state owner here. Okay.
I'm dropping off Maria. She was my first person that was training and driving for dollars. How did it go?
There was a wonderful experience because I learned how to approach the owners, and I also with another mentor here where he's very positive, and I really like the idea. We went and say hello to an old lady was watering her plants, and she was very nice, and she even told us she has more properties. So I just need to go and follow up with her.
Congratulations.
It was great.
So she's going to get her business cards and she's going to go and follow up with the lady next week and establish that relationship, which is
Meaningful
extremely important.